too bad around this track, so he should be fine. Right, as we go, it usually invalidates the track limits and the track limits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we always wait, and it's 5 lights, and away we go. Charlie gets a good start. A Loon who's going to be pushing to make sure the racing points do not make contact. No, they do not. Is there any incidents behind? There's just a lot of carnage. Well, not carnage, just a lot of people ghosting between each other. XTR Red's made a position up. Rock Cheater's had a bad start, losing lots of positions. Oh, someone spun there. That is Tasteful Gecko has been spammed round. That's going to severely impact his race. Chaos at turn 3. You can't get it. So as you see here, let's see the XTR Red, who's got a good start, already in the 5th position. That's what you want to see from the Merc driver. Spunk and Trials going to be racing each other going into turn 6. Let's go CSR Charlie taking a commanding lead now. He's already 8/10 in front of A-Loon. He's going to run a push and hope to get us above a second so he can get the DRS off of A-Loon. So A-Loon can't get the DRS off of him, sorry. So quite a good lap 1 for the tier 1 lads. That's what we'd like to see. Got to see a big train farming up between AB Trials and the drivers below. As a few drivers have boxed. So, yeah, lots of drivers box in. So the following have boxed. Oh, I don't think the game's letting us see who's boxed because it's being glitchy as ever. When does this game work? So Charlie in first from A-Loon, from Trials, from Spunk, from Red, from Copton, etc, etc. They're keeping it nice and civil on lap 1, so what we like to see. No yellow flags yet, so that is good, good, good. Charlie taking a, I put a ropey line to say politely, as Rock Cheetah must have got wing damage, same with Shush, because Rock Cheetah is not in first place, just went himself like that. So now I think for especially drivers like Charlie, like A-Loon, oh, there's a yellow flag behind. Looks like Luke has had an incident, maybe. Oh no, it's Kostag. Kostag Span coming out of the long right-hander. Can't see if he's got wing damage at the moment. Let's have a look. Kostag has, can you see, has not got wing damage, but he has now got wing damage. He's spun again on hot time, so that's going to be his race over. Yeah, retired on track, mate. That's not on your pillock. Right. So, CSR Charlie leading now. Sector 3 yellow flag. I don't think that'll bring out a safety car because he retired on track. So, a bit of a gap starting to form from Charlie and A-Loon. Oop, Rock Cheetah with 3 seconds already for multiple warnings. That's not what we want from the Mercedes driver. There's XTR Red. XTR Red in 4th already after starting 9th. That is what we like to see. Right, so what else now? AB Trials starting to drop back from A-Loon a bit. Maybe playing a bit of team orders. Oh, A-Loon baiting it, but he doesn't. Luke there getting 3 seconds as well. It's just going to be starting drivers getting 3 seconds as they're going to be aggressive trying to overtake people in their train. So CSR Charlie leads from A-Loon with a 3/10 gap. Oh, we've got some battling at the back. They go side by side on the DRS straight. Looks like Tay is losing ERS. Both drivers very, very low on ERS. That's rather questionable as AB Unfound locks up going into the turn. And the 2 McLaren drivers and both the AlphaTauris and those and Joyful Geordie spinning at that turn. That's not what he wants. That's going to be his race over, I'd imagine, unless we get a safety car. See if he's got a lot of damage or not, and hopefully he doesn't cook his tyres coming out of the turn. So he hasn't got damage, so we can carry on, but his tyres are going to be severely impacted. As we go back to Charlie now, and A-Loon going to be trying to put the pressure onto him going into turn 2. It's going to send it on him. A-Loon does send it. A-Loon rather aggressive. A-Loon lock drivers begin to save their tyres, making sure the one-stop will work. A-Loon looking to be rather aggressive, but if he can get a good exit here, he's going to have a good chance at pushing at Charlie on this bit. Yeah, gap is about 4/10. If A-Loon can use his ERS and DRS, he's definitely going to look for the move here. He's alongside Charlie. He goes up the inside of Charlie for first position. It's a good overtake from A-Loon. Now let's see if he will have DRS or if Charlie will have DRS. it looks like Charlie has the DRS on a Loon. So Charlie's going to look to go round the outside, but a Loon covers him off quite well. So, they've made contact. Not a lot of contact at the moment, but you know, Harry Bartram, hello mate. Right, so a Loon in first position now, Charlie in second position. Charlie's probably going to track limits warning there, so that's not when he's going to run. I think he's on 2.9 if I've counted it correctly. A Loon, that's going to work perfectly for the racing point if he can begin to pull away from Charlie, but I don't think Charlie will let him do that. Because if, there we go, he's left. Oh, that's not good for a Loon. That's probably going to be a track limits warning for him. Yeah, he's beginning to pull away from Charlie a little bit. Gap now 6:10. So let's see if Charlie can make use of the DRS ERS on the next straight. It's going to be another track limits warning there for a Loon, unless you can get away with that. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. So AB Trials still playing the team game. That's what you'd like to see from the leader's teammate, as Charlie looks to be aggressive around the outside. He's keeping his wheels tucked in. They make contact again. Made contact a few times there. It looks like Charlie's being rather aggressive, and that's going to bring all these drivers back into it now. Trials is going to have DRS on Charlie soon. That is not what the racing points would have wanted at all. As a Loon locks up, it's going to severely impact his tyres later on as we go. The cat staying out for even more laps. Hopefully he's going to try and hold up red for the Red Bull's sake, and that will then allow Spunk to get past. He's definitely playing the team orders game. However, he's not going to fight Spunk into here, is he? If he does, that's just bizarre in my personal opinion. I don't think he is fighting Spunk. No, he's let Spunk by. That is clever of him. You don't want to hold up your quicker teammate who's on the optimum strategy at the moment. Jordy gets another 3-second penalty. The cat staying out for even more laps. Hopefully he's going to try and hold up red for the Red Bull's sake, and that will then allow Spunk to get past. He's definitely playing the team orders game. However, he's not going to fight Spunk into here, is he? If he does, that's just bizarre in my personal opinion. I don't think he is fighting Spunk. No, he's let Spunk by. That is clever of him. You don't want to hold up your quicker teammate who's on the optimum strategy at the moment. Jordy gets another 3-second penalty. Well, he's down in 40. But it doesn't look like he's going to go for it. It was a yellow flag. Oh, big crash between AB Trials and CSR Maitland. That's surely going to bring out another VSC. Is he allergic to safety cars? I'm not too sure what's happened there, but I'm going to assume they've gone too wide and they both just touched tyres and they've spontaneously combusted into each other. Yeah, you should just see them there if we focus on Tay. He will go past them in a second. Crazy Cat drive-through penalty. That is not what Crazy Cat would have wanted at all. That's severely going to hamper his race. And DRS has been enabled once again. XTR red on the fresh tyres, as you see a Loon going up the inside of Joe. Oh, bit of a kerfuffle there, to be honest with the Crazy Cat M with another 3-second time penalty from multiple warnings. His race certainly hasn't gone the way he would have wanted it to. A Loon racing close with the 6th driver in 6th, as Red in 7th on the fresh softs. Still a bit confused to why he's done that stop, but if he thinks he can gain 15 seconds in 8 laps, fair play to him. I back him to do so. We've got 12 viewers now. Thank you all for watching. If you want to use your Twitch Prime subscription on ABRL, feel free to. We'll get about £3 from it, so we see a 4 drive. Oh, a Loon losing the back end a little bit as they're going to get very close coming up to the turn here. Is Red going to do something stupid? Nope. A rule. Red getting a good overtake done on them. Oh no, he done overtake them, my bad. So they're all running very, very low on ERS. A Loon getting the overtake done on Cop Tunt. Now let's see. Red getting the overtake done on Cop Tunt as well, as he's just going to have the fresher tyres. Oh, he gives Cop Tunt a little nudge, but not enough for anyone to really complain. 13 people, and I believe that's peak viewers, so welcome to the new lot. Who do you think is going to win? As I think now we've got to focus on Spunk and Charlie, as the gap now is only 0.9 seconds between the leaders. So it's certainly going to be very tense-ended, as it looks like it'll be a last lap thriller. It's a bad exit though. Spunk maybe have one last chance going into the final turn. Let's hope they don't take each other's out for the sake of the viewers, or else that will be a rather anticlimactic ending to what has been a phenomenal race, as Charlie keeps the lead going into the final turn. And if I've done this right, which I think I have, CSR Charlie takes the win at round 4 in Tier 1 for ABRL at Austria. So a phenomenal drive from the Renault driver. A-Loon takes third position, but looks like Copton will take it from him. Yes, so we've got a Renault double podium. That is what they want to see. There's a great drive from the medium, from the soft boxers, as it looks like Red is able to keep 6th position, and that is without penalties that may be handed out to drivers later in the race. But to be honest with you, I did not capture what happened in that incident, so for all I know, they both just span, so I'm not going to make any assumptions whatsoever. So Gecko in 8th, Jordy 9th, and Cameron, who did reset to track, so he will be getting a penalty sadly, rounds off the grid in 10th position. But I think Tay will be the one that gets that position, or Crazy Cat if penalties can dictate anything. It says Crazy Cat finished 11th. I believe he will finish 10th. Right, so a good result for Renault, getting a 1 and 3 on the podium. That's certainly going to help them in the Tier 1 and the combined constructors, as if I'm not wrong, Rebel dominating the constructors at the moment, so this result will not help them. Well, it will, because Spunk gets 2nd place, so I've got to be honest with you, I've got to give driver of the day to Charlie. Pulls out a phenomenal pole position by a couple of tenths, and then just keeps the gap from Spunk nice and large until the final lap, where Spunk goes to the move, but he can't quite get it done. Copton in 3rd, also having a great race.